The city of Cape Town joins a global audience as the Investec Early Stage Entrepreneur of the Year, the Easies, announces winners live from London. The awards celebrate founders at the start of their journey, rewarding courage, visibility, funding with a trip to the World Economic Forum in Davos. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi was there and filed this report.
We have two South African entrepreneurs who walked away with an award today. Joining me now is Ndaedzo, who is the founder of Grace 19. Thank you so much for your time, but firstly, congratulations on your win. What I would like to know is how does it feel to be announced as winner for the consumer category tonight, especially representing South Africa on a global stage?
Thank you. So, yeah, I'm quite excited about being a winner and then being one of the people representing the country in this international awards. So I think that is exciting, but most importantly, what comes with the award. So international visibility, so that means a lot for our businesses, and also just to expand our networks. And this was also an opportunity to get to learn what other founders are building, like in other countries. But most importantly, it feels good to know that there are South African businesses that can compete internationally. So I think I'm quite excited about that. And yeah, and also like for my team, so I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. It wasn't also for my team and everyone. Yeah.
Let's bring it back to the business now that walks away with this award. For those sitting at home, if you could briefly talk to us about Grace 19.
Yeah, so at Grace 19, we provide investments and lending solutions in the property market in South Africa with key focus on renter deposit financing and renter deposit investments. So we help, maybe the origin of this business came from the learning about the Renter Housing Act, that the Renter Housing Act says when landlords receive renter deposits, they're supposed to open a segregated investment account and invest those renter deposits. But private landlords, as an example, which is about like 60% of the market, that's like 1.8 million private landlords representing 18 billion of renter deposits that are currently circulating in the country. So they don't really have like a place to invest these renter deposits except putting that money into their own pockets. And that leaves the tenants vulnerable to delayed renter deposit refunds, not earning adequate interest on that money, and sometimes unfair deductions at the end of the lease agreement, because it's a market that is supposed to be regulated by the Renter Housing Act, but I feel like maybe there isn't like the enforcement of that rule. So what we built, which is sort of like an independent renter deposit management institution within our renter deposit investment products, so it helps the tenants to have visibility of where their money is invested. At any given point in time, they can log into our platform, see the money, how much interest it has earned. The same way the landlord can also have visibility to see the money. But most importantly, when tenants don't have money to pay for the renter deposits, so we pay for those renter deposits and then they repay us on small, affordable monthly installments. So this opens like a lot of access into housing where people don't have to stay too far from work because they don't have money to pay for renter deposits. So it becomes like quite an interesting space for us to play, and also from a financial inclusivity and financial literacy perspective in the country.
So early stage entrepreneurs usually have a very tough journey. And what are some of the biggest challenges you faced in getting to the point that you are now?
Yeah, I think uncertainty, like periods where the vision is clear, but the path to get there isn't always clear in your journey, especially like in the early stages where there's a lot of factors that come into the picture. You need to have investors helping you with the funding. At the same time, you need to be out there looking for customers and all that. So that uncertainty stage, I think, is the hardest stage for any entrepreneur. But I keep going even in that stage. As I keep going because I believe in something better. A better way for people to access housing, build stability, and eventually step into ownership through the products that we offer at Grace 19.
And the importance of entrepreneurship, not only in South Africa, but on the continent. Also just looking at the climate of unemployment.
Yeah, as businesses grow, they create employment, obviously, which is wow, which is, I guess, like which is the big benefit about entrepreneurship in a country. But the building like a business from scratch also means a lot for the country in general, because you're witnessing someone build something from scratch. So it gives people hope that, if they become persistent and they're consistent in what they're doing, they can achieve great results. It could be like through their corporate career, it could be through sports or entrepreneurship. So I think it's a very a good culture to motivate in a country where people are entrepreneurial, and we can witness greatness through what they are creating.
And just quickly for us, Ndaedzo, who are you calling tonight, after this great win?
I think I'll call my family. They'll be very excited. I think they've seen me in my most vulnerable moments, moments where I just keep going, even when maybe like the path wasn't clear, as I mentioned. So I'll call my family. My mom will also be very excited. My daughters will also be very excited, and I think Lungi will also be very excited. So I'm excited. So and obviously my team. So we're gonna celebrate this. It means a lot for us at Grace 19, our investors, the customers that put their trust in us every day, supporting us throughout the business. So that also means a lot for us. Yeah.
We'll have to leave it there, otherwise we'll talk the whole night. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
No, thank you, I appreciate
and
it.
Ndaedzo there, who is the founder of Grace 18. And after this, it does seem that he'll be receiving a lot of knocks on his door from both tenants and landlords.